that the best you can do? My heart is harder than that, and she's dead. You again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you liked me. So Kurog's pet shows up again. Are you here to make sure I am still a prisoner? Or has he sent you to cut my throat? Come on, what are you waiting for? Just kill me and get it over with. Or don't you have the guts for that kind of work? Kurog sent you to kill the captured chief, but he didn't tell you it was me. How typical. Well, the damn cultists couldn't kill me, the prison escapees couldn't kill me, and neither can you. The Trinimac priestess. She's just like the idiots who attacked my stronghold and threw me down here. They released my prisoners and made a game out of letting them torture us. But the joke's on them. I'm still alive. What are you talking about? After I left Orsinium, I returned here just in time to watch the Voshrock overwhelm my stronghold. I've been a prisoner in my own dungeon ever since. Definitely didn't have time to do anything at the temple. That's nice. I have adoring admirers, but I had nothing to do with them or the temple. Now, do you want to chat or do you want to get out of here? My arms hurt, so climbing up the well is right out. We need to find another exit. I do indeed. But the prison defenses are still active. That's going to make getting out of here a bit tricky. Lucky for you, I'm here.
Bro, you got a shirt you can put on?
First, we need to get through the Chamber of Scorn.
Lucky I'm
the most
here.
dangerous prisoners. The chamber is protected by poison gas. If we run into trouble, you'll have to deal with it, what with my injured arm and all.
If you say so, bud.
Damn gates. I forgot about them. Blasted engineers always making upgrades. So just so you know, if we don't do this exactly right, we're both going to die. No pressure or anything, but I wanted you to know what we're dealing with here. I need to turn the manual override switches in the correct order to open the gate to the next chamber. But this is the Chamber of Scorn. It was designed to hold our most dangerous inmates, so it won't be that simple. As soon as I start the process, poison will begin filling the room, and those cell doors are going to swing open. I'll try to be quick, but with an injured arm, I can only work so fast. Just keep the prisoners away from me and stay out of the gas. You die a slow and painful death. Exciting, isn't it? Now let's get this over with. Once I turn this lever, there's no stopping, so get ready.
Good job, Bazrog.
Turning the first
Or should
lever.
I say Beast from X-Men?
Now! One down. I'll get the next one. Just keep those prisoners away from me.
Ooh, igneous armor for my Podna there.
Let's show them what we got.
Good job, but things are about to get more complicated. Welcome to the Spike Room. I'd brag about the craftsmanship if we weren't trapped down here. See those valves on the wall? I need you to turn all 3 of them. Just watch out for the spikes. Well, not exactly. Those expensive engineers I hired built in override timers on the locks. If you don't close the valves fast enough, the trap resets. We built it to hamper escape attempts, remember? It's not supposed to be. Just watch out for those spikes. They're reinforced metal sharpened to razor points. They might be coated with poison. Depends on when the last maintenance tasks were performed. Get skewered by a couple of those spikes and it's so long, Hawker. The spikes aren't random. You can watch from up here and you might be able to determine the pattern. It changes daily, so even I don't...
I get it. Okay.
Something bugging you?
Doesn't get any faster than that vibe. Wait, are there 4? Oh, that's done. I swear he said 3. Maybe I just assumed 3.
Finally. It's good to breathe free air again. Just... I refuse to leave one prison just to enter another. If you plan to take me to Kurog, forget about it. I'd rather die here with my clan than have to see Kurog's gloating face again. Damn right you're not. Make a move and I'll cut you. Just a flick of my wrist and your guts will decorate the floor. Now tell me why Solga sent you. What kind of game is Kurog playing this time? My arm is fine, but I couldn't get out of the prison on my own, so killing you down there wasn't an option. Now I'll ask again. Why are you here? Why did Solgra send you to help me? Now I understand. Kurog wants to save face. Can't have a rival chief die at the hands of fanatics who worship the same god as our so-called king. Now I see where Kurog's priorities lie. Help Kurog. Where was our so-called king when my clan was at the mercy of the Voshrok? Where was he when my people were dying or being forced to join this cult? How many times do I have to tell you? I had nothing to do with that. You want to know the truth? Find Ulsha. I sent her away during the attack. She's camped outside.
Chief Vosrog, lower your weapon, please.
I don't want to loose this arrow, but I will if you don't stand down.
Damn it, Wood Elf, fine. But
He
you
gave
might
up
as
so
well put
easy.
that arrow in my heart, because I won't let you turn me over to Kurog.
Do it, Emily. Take him out.
So now what? I've never taken an Orc Chief prisoner before. I guess we could take him to High Priestess Solgra. She did send us to save him, after all. I'm sure I can sneak him into the city, as long as he cooperates and doesn't do anything stupid or anything.
Anything stupid or anything? Okay.
All right then, we've got a plan. And it's a perfectly good plan. Really. Other than me trying to sneak the chief into a city where Kurog has eyes and ears everywhere. What was I thinking? And how are we going to convince the chief to come with me? Right. Sneak Bosrog into Orsinium and get him to Solgra. Easy as Boar-Knuckles pie. Why do I have a feeling this trip back is going to get complicated?
You can put the bow down, Elf. I'll go with you as long as you promise not to turn me over to Kurog.
Sorry, no. I'm keeping the bow. But I promise not to take you to Kurog.
Fine. Just watch where you're pointing that thing.
Well, I'll just leave them to that. Orcs sure do build some steep-ass stairs. Bonsai!
Someone's coming this way, Ulsha!
Let them through. They're friends.
How'd you know it was me, Ulsha?
It's good to see you again, though we seem destined to always meet during troubled times. First, the frozen peasants, and now this difficulty with the Vashrak. I try to remain optimistic, but sometimes I just want to scream. My husband lives. Truly, the man is favored by Malakath. I suppose I need to thank Solgra for sending help when I requested it. But where is he? Is the chief well? His shield wife, yes. Does that surprise you? All of the clan chiefs have strong and devoted partners. My husband has numerous wives, but when it comes to the safety of Farin, he turns to me. Now tell me, please, is Bosrog all right? After the chief met with Kurog, we immediately set out for Farin. He was angry, but he refused to talk about it. We arrived to find our stronghold overrun by those Trinimac fanatics. The Vashrak fell upon us before we knew what was happening. What? Of course not. Chief Bosrog would never put innocents in danger, not even if Kurog insulted his honor. Tell me who these imposters were so that I can deal with them in accordance with the curse and the code. Very well, but my chief is innocent. We must clear his name. I'll contact my sources and investigate from my end if you promise to do the same. Now where is Chief Bosrog? Then I trust he will stay that way, or you will answer to me. Take this as a token of thanks for assisting the Chief, and for your willingness to find the truth of the dark matters that plague Wrothgar. I'll contact you in Orsinium when I have news.
Hold, outsider! I bring a message from the king! King Kurog requests the honor of your presence, outsider. My beloved awaits your arrival at the keep, so do not linger. His dark mood is bad enough without you disappointing him as well. Of course I know what the king wants. He wants to see you, immediately. Do you have any other pointless questions you'd like me to answer for you? Outsider, my apologies. The king's mood has set everyone on edge. You could literally cut the tension in the court with a knife, and I fear it will get worse before it gets better. Go, talk to the king. Perhaps you can raise his low spirits. Go! Have you no sense of urgency? My beloved's mood has already grown dark. Don't add to his anger as well, outsider.
He was partying last time I saw him. I don't know why he's upset.
Why? Why does the sun rise and fall each day? Why do the spring rains eventually free us from winter's icy grip? The king is angry, and like any force of nature, he refuses to be denied. Well, yes! Of course something did. Go and speak to the king, outsider. I prefer you hear the news from his mouth instead of from mine.
I thought orcs could handle their liquor, Duran.
Have you ever looked at these statues? I mean, really looked at them. Legends carved into bronze or stone. The work of hundreds of hours, likely crafted by people who didn't know a thing about their subject matter. And for what purpose, do you think? And who decides who we honor and remember? The victors, of course, for they get to write the history. But there are two sides to every story. No one remembers the losers. They fought for what they believed in and failed, and so they are forgotten. To the vanquished, this isn't the statue of a hero. It's a tribute to a tyrant. Many see me in the same way, a tyrant, forcing my ideas upon the people. They say I'm wrong, that I'll destroy the Orsimer. They seek to turn everyone against me. I get reports. Things my advisors think I need to know. One report claims that the Wood Elf is keeping company with Bosrog. When 2 of my scouts confronted her, she killed them both. I'm concerned that Bosrog has turned Eveli against us. Eveli aids my enemy. The Wood Elf has chosen the wrong side. I worry that you might follow her example. But I have a moot to prepare for, and I've said what I had to say. When you see Eveli, I expect you to do the right thing.
This is a confused king. Eveli is a buddy of mine. She would never.
Are you? Yes, I'm sure you are. I have a message for you. I thought that was you when I saw you enter the keep. You were in there so long, though, I was beginning to think you'd never come back out. It's scary, isn't it? Malakath this and Trinimac that, and all that talk about traitors in the court. Right. A little wood elf gave it to me. Described you to a turn and asked me to deliver this letter. Not sure why she was hiding under that hood, or why she spoke with a funny accent. But I haven't met that many wood elves, so... As a matter of fact, although it didn't make a lick of sense to me, she said the letter itself wasn't important. She said that what really matters is the beginning of every thought. Maybe you'll understand it, because I certainly don't.
Bet I can figure it out. That's so stupid. We are at the inn, hidden room, secret words, orc, mammoth, don't smell? Don't smell? What? I don't know, that last part doesn't really make sense, but the rest does. We are at the inn, hidden room, secret words. I feel like I'm going to need secret words. Orcs, mammoth, don't smell. Don't smell the orcs, mammoth. And we'll go with that.
You know, come to think of it, maybe the message is in some kind of code. Hey, maybe someone in the Mages Guild could help you decipher that.
I mean, in the Mages Guild.
You need any help, that is. Well, maybe, if there's actually a hidden message and it's not just some weird poem. I have a friend, sort of. Name's Kalina. She just arrived in the Mages Guild, and she's the smartest person I know. She could help you, probably.
I gotta change that mount. Better.
If a mage touches me, I'm punching them.
What is your deal with mages? Can't take her anywhere.
It's fit for orcs and Nords, of course, but it does terrible things to my skin. Ah, well. Life in the Mages Guild and all that, I suppose. Still, I continue to petition for a post in Mournhold. Maybe one day.
I just forgot something. I mean, I remembered
You need
something that I've
something, friend?
forgotten. Let's see, what can I get rid of? Wait, what did I get? Volcanic arms? Was that what I just unlocked? No, it was igneous armor. Hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, one sec.
I'm here for whatever.
I spent some time in Skyrim, at the Guild Hall in Windhelm. Trust me, this is 1,000 times more inconvenient. A coded message? You mean as in spies and such? That's not something I'm usually asked about. Reagents, soul gems, spells. Those are my usual areas of expertise. Not sure I can be of much help in this, but perhaps I can offer a bit of advice. Coded messages, if that's what this is, tend to contain patterns. The message, or the poem in this case, usually doesn't mean anything as a whole. The real message is in the tiny snippets. Try looking at the words differently. Maybe that will help. A bribe? Oh, very well. I accept, but you didn't hear this from me. There's an outlaw den below the city. It's the best place to find all kinds of unsavory characters. If anyone can decipher your message, you'll find them there.
Gotta find a thief, I guess.
Love the wind in my hair.
Mortal wares are now at the forge, and now I see people willing to spend. Do you not agree?
Secret entrance. My beverage has run out. Got to get a refill.
Listen, this one is completely innocent. Do orcs all Khajiit look the same, yes? And I was not in the city earlier today. I was especially nowhere near the marketplace. This one is not the one you are looking for. Codes and languages. This one considers those to be her specialty. You have come to the correct person, my friend. Let me see the message. I will even give you a discount since I was not arrested today. Interesting, but extremely obvious. You really needed this one's help to decipher this?
I promise you,
Not
I
even
did
any
not.
mysterious symbols or complex patterns. It's so simple a sober Nord could figure it out. No offense intended.
Well, Breton.
No. If this one simply blurts out the answer, then you will have learned nothing. Better to teach you to hunt than hand you a sandwich, yes? The beginning of each thought. Look at the first word of every sentence. Then all will become clear.
This is the silliest fucking quest line. I already know the decoded message. It's so obvious. Ooh.
Damn moot. First the king invites outsiders, and now this? It's no wonder we don't have any rooms left to rent. Plenty to eat and drink downstairs, though, so feel free to go and bother the bartender. A wood elf and 2 orcs? Sounds like the beginning of a bad limerick. Sorry. We don't see that many of the little elves around here, so I really can't help you. My apologies. I couldn't reveal anything until you said the proper words.
Orcs don't
Take the stairs
smell.
down into the storage area. Look for an opening in the wall.
Where did
It leads
mammoths
to our
come
most
from?
private set of rooms.
Mammoth is the second line. Oh, that's so silly. Orcs don't smell. Secret words. Orcs don't smell. Do that whole thing. Well, I guess I would have gotten the code wrong. I would have said orc mammoths don't smell. Which doesn't make any sense at all.
We can't just walk into the Vashrock base. That's suicide.
We have to find out what the Vashrock have planned. If we wait for them to strike, it will be too late.
Whatever they're planning, it's going to happen soon. They just about told me as much when they threw me into my own prison.
Maybe we should have left you in there. For all we know, you deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, Elf. I didn't attack anyone. I left Orsinium and they ambushed me.
I sent you to rescue the Chief Everlee. I wouldn't have done that if I believed he was guilty.
You lied to us, High Priestess. You knew who you were sending us to rescue the entire time. This feels like one giant trap, and we walked right into it.
You found us. I'm sorry that Everlee is upset, but I did what had to be done. Please, let's talk. I know you have questions, and you're probably just as angry with me as Everlee. But please, hear me out, I beg you. There are deadly plots unfolding, and we're all in terrible danger. I withheld certain details, yes, but I had good reasons. If cultists killed Basrag in Trinamak's name, it would have started a civil war. And if Kurog found out you were trying to rescue Basrag, you would never have been allowed to leave the city. Basrag's Shieldwife approached me after the Vashrak attacked Farron's stronghold. She knew the king would do nothing for those who didn't accept his rule. Chief Basrag was ambushed at the same time the temple was being attacked. Someone wanted to blame Basrag for the Malakath fanatics, while also removing the chief from the battlefield. It was a brilliant plan. Fortunately, you were able to foil it. And now, thanks to Basrag, we know what the Voshrak are planning next. The Voshrak want to make a statement, something big. Basrag thinks it involves the Moot, where all the chiefs will be gathered. We need more information. Someone needs to enter the old Trinamak temple to the west and learn more about their plans. I'll send scouts ahead, but you'll need to get inside and do whatever it takes to uncover the exact nature of their plan. Lives are at stake, remember that. Now please, talk to Everlee. We need her. You have to convince her to help us. You two have your orders. Scout the temple exterior. The others will join you shortly.
Finally! Something to do that doesn't involve a message.
I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean? But nothing here is clear-cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad. I'm not even sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Basrog and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly. But I killed 2 guards who were just doing their job. They probably have loved ones, pets. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I knew you were going to say that. Still, I'm not sure I can get past Solgra's lies. She tricked us into helping Chief Basrog, and I'm still not sure about his role in all this. All right. You can count on me, but I'm doing this for you, not them. I can do that. Besides, it'll be nice to get out of a city. Try to forget about the price on my head for a while. All right, let's do this. But be careful out there, will you? I can't afford to lose the only person I really trust.
Likewise, Everlee. Don't trust anybody but me. Bro.
I welcome Morkel clan to Orsinium. Their work is without compare. Some will say otherwise, but they are wrong.
Entrance has to be somewhere in those hills.
It's certainly well hidden. If Basrag lied to us, then we're probably about to meet with horrible, horrible deaths.
I've got good news, disappointing news, and downright awful news. The good, Basrog's instructions were easy to follow. The disappointing, I have no idea how to find the entrance, and there's no way to get inside without being attacked once we do. I lost a bet with Talvia, and now I owe him a traditional Valenwood dinner. You know, the kind wood elves like to eat. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes what kind of meat he's eating. It'll be priceless. Yeah, I guess I just needed to get out of the city. I was seriously depressed when I wound up on the King's Most Wanted list. Thanks for pushing me. Infiltrating a cult is certainly better than hiding in a hole someplace. Well, with all the runners we spotted, we know we're in the right place. We just need to find a way to get inside without being noticed. You know, we might be able to do something with those higher-ranking cultists in the fancy masks. Well, a few of the masked cultists passed this way a little while ago. Then we heard a large commotion over there to the west. I can't be sure, mind you, but I think those Wrothgar might have... Well, they could have walked into an... Talvia thinks... Well, he thinks that the group might have walked into an Achartair mating ritual. The sounds from the west, the screams. Ifri's bow, the noise was horrible. Then it got real quiet. I don't think it went well for the cultists. Just don't get too close to those Achartairs. I hear they become extremely violent when anything interrupts their... frolicking. We'll look around on our own and meet you inside. Good luck!
Sheesh. It's a long story. Let's go kill some reindeer looking things. Realized I put on a costume. Huh. It's kind of cool. The shoulders look a bit like shoulder pads from NFL. The horns are cool though.
You're late. The others have already gone inside. Get a move on.
This illusion is so weird. It looks like I'm wearing robes, but I feel so unencumbered.
This is like the time I licked one of our great hists. I feel so exposed.
It's merely an illusion bound to the amulet. Nothing to be concerned about. I've seen these used at festivals and grand balls back home.
I wonder if they come in different colors. Looks like you found an amulet too. But tell me, was I right? Did the Achartairs get all frolicsome on those cultists? Wait a moment. Your amulet's cracked. You weren't supposed to break it, you know. Well, the illusion seems to be holding up, at least for now. Hopefully it won't fail at a particularly critical moment. Anyway, I think we should split up and cover more ground. That's the best way to find what we're looking for quickly. This place is enormous. Besides, you never put all your acorns in one basket. We need to find out what the Wrothgar are up to, and fast. Flies and I will look around out here, while you and Tal see what the high-ranking cultists are meeting about. Good idea. And let's not take too long. Lives are depending on us. And speaking of lives, make sure Tal stays safe, will you? He isn't as experienced as we are. I'm afraid his wide-eyed enthusiasm is going to get him injured. Stay safe. Flies and I will meet up with you later.
I guess we're all right. We can do this. We just sneak in, find out what we need to know, and get out. I mean, it's just a meeting. We have these amulets. We'll be fine, right?
Probably not, Talvia.
It's the whole reason I came to Wrothgar. To show that I can fight. To prove myself, to my family, to everyone. I'm more than just a scribe destined to spend his whole life behind a desk. This This will show everyone what I'm capable of.
I'm gonna get this nerd killed.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, my friend. I come from a long line of warriors and mages, but most of my family considers me to be the tarnished fruit on the tree of golden pears. It's time for me to show them who I really am.
Hope he knows how to use that staff.
I knew you'd understand. When your father is a royal mage, your mother is one of the Queen's Guard, and your sister almost single-handedly won the Battle of Sunken Spire, well, let's just say, I've got a lot to live up to. Now.
Trinimac, hear our prayer. Guide our weapons and alert us to all dangers. Grant us the courage to complete the trial you place before us.
That doesn't sound good. I thought we were just spying on a meeting.
You, the chosen of the Vashrak, have shown bravery against the Malakath heretics, even going so far as to invade the temple we love and cherish. But one challenge remains. A challenge to test you, to select the most worthy for our most important mission. Now choose a scroll and select a blessing to help you in your ordeal. Elder Azul will answer any questions you have. Now, in Trinimac's name, may you find great honor or an honorable death.
You stand among the holy words of Trinimac. Read the scrolls carefully and choose a blessing to help you in the coming trial. The mission before us requires the best the Vashrak has to offer. This trial will determine those select few through a test of wits, speed, and strength. Trinimac himself will winnow the iron from the ore. Oh, the details are the purview of those who complete the mission. But Trinimac thanks you for volunteering, no matter how things turn out. If you succeed and do as the Council demands, all will be revealed. Fail, and death is your only reward. The last part of the trial requires that you obey the Council without question, but you won't have to deal with that until the very end. Remember, if you succeed, you will be named a Chosen of Trinimac and allowed to partake in the sacred mission. That's a strange question for someone who holds your rank. Haven't you learned this much already? The Temple's leaders are too forgiving. They live in harmony with non-believers. Trinimac is a god of war. He does not tolerate false gods such as Malakath. Soon it won't matter, though. We have agents at work within the city, even as we speak. Patience, Overseer. All will be revealed in good time. First, complete the trials and prove your worth in this endeavor. Then, all will be revealed. And if you fail, it won't matter, for the dead have little use for knowledge.
I don't think this is just some routine meeting. What in Akatosh's name are they talking about? A trial? Trinimac's blessing? Sounds kind of dangerous to me. My father always says, the rabble face death every day, while the brave always find a way to defeat it. I've never been exactly sure what he meant, but I think I know now. Yes. Yes, I do. This is what I came here for. This is my time to shine. Besides, you're here with me. We'll watch each other's back and come out victorious in the end.
Let me get all the books out of the way. I'm not interested in reading scrolls.
Have you studied the scrolls?
No.
Do you know the words of Trinimac, and are you ready to enter the gauntlet? The only aid you will receive is the blessing that you choose, so make your selection wisely. So, which blessing have you decided upon? Will
Speed,
you accept the
protection, or
blessing
strength?
of Avalion and become one with the wind? Or will Vaya's resolve protect you from the coming trial? Or perhaps then let Trinimac grant you the strength to overcome the...
Listen well, for I do not like to repeat myself. To unlock the door, you need to activate the 4 switches. The Vosh rock inside will try to stop you. You will be timed. If you take too long, the switches reset and you will need to begin again. Others may pass you and take the position you fight for. And don't worry about killing anyone. They're certainly going to try to kill you. Trinimac favors the victorious in battle. If followers fall, they are not worthy. The Voshrock understand that. So should you. Your time starts now.
Oh shit. Load. Crazy. Son of a bitch. Alright.
But we made it. I knew we could do it. You did great back there. I have to say, I'm impressed. Just give me a moment to catch my breath. It might be an illusion, but I'm sweating like an orc under here. We did, didn't we? I'm pretty sure that was because the Voshrock were busy trying to deal with you. I'm beginning to understand why Everlee admires you so much. The Council, right. I wonder what they're going to ask us to do as our final test. Whatever it is, we can't hesitate. Lives are depending on us. We need to find out as much as we can about this sacred mission they keep going on and on about.
gauntlet so quickly. Your disguise is not needed here. I know who you are. You show great courage to stand before us. But what are you truly willing to sacrifice? Are your intentions as pure as ours? We've donned the false god's armor, attacked and killed true believers within a sacred temple, all for the sake of the sacred plan. Will you make that same sacrifice? Your final test starts now. Are you here to harm us or to join us? To make the Awesomers stronger than they ever imagined? Show us where your loyalty lies. Spill the blood of your ally in Trinimac's name and display your true devotion.
Hey, my amulet stopped working. Did they just say something
They
about
want me to
spilling
kill
my
that nerd.
blood? Oh my. You're not considering following through with this, are you? That's insane!
Make your choice.
Sacrifice Talvaya or kill Wrothgar. I feel bad for the nerd. You better not die, nerd.
That was kind of exciting. I'll ward the door while you search the room. Find out what they're planning. Then go and let the others know.
He's telling me what to do.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried about you. We've found out some... Where's Talvia? All by himself? Are you sure he can handle that? What am I saying? Of course you're sure. We managed to find out that the attack on the temple was a ruse perpetrated by the Wrothgar. That was right before our amulet stopped working. Yeah, I was suddenly as naked as an ash tree that had lost its last leaf of the season. Good thing we stashed our gear nearby. Anyway, the temple attack was all to place the blame on Basrog. The chief is innocent. I didn't help a murderer. That's something, but not enough to provide the edge we were hoping for. We'll just have to be careful. Anyone could be working with the Wrothgar. I don't know about you, but all this intrigue is starting to make my head hurt. Flies and I will go warn Chief Basrog. This whole thing? He's a stranger even than any Investigator Vale story I've ever read. Here, take this. I found it and thought you should have it. For protecting Tal. I appreciate that.
Here's 725 gold and a mask for your troubles. Oh wait, that's a It's a hat. Yeah, that's fun. I'll rock that for a bit. And you know what? It kind of matches that. That's a look.
You can't lock us out of our inn. That's tyrannical.
You should have thought about that before you helped the enemies of our king. Now get out of my way before I toss you in a
Damn
cell,
soldiers
too.
and their damn rules and regulations. How infuriating. I don't even like the place that much, but I'll be damned if I let them toss me out of my own inn. The closer the city gets to completion, the worse things get for us common folk. Orsimer soldiers barged into our inn and kicked us out. Now they won't let anyone back in. They decided to detain some of our patrons, including your friends. In fact, the little wood elf showed up right before the soldiers did. The soldiers placed guards at all the exits, even the back one. Damned if I know how they found out about that. The soldiers won't let anyone in until they finish the king's work, whatever that is. Bunch of stiff boots, the lot of them. I should have known that hiding folks in our inn would eventually bite us in the arse. This is ridiculous, though. They sent an entire squad of soldiers to lock down one inn. You'd think we were the damn Winterborn or something. Haven't you and your friends caused us enough trouble already? All right. If you get me my inn back, I'll try to forget that any of this ever happened. So, how can I help? That was the first thing they confiscated. It was Sergeant Vulmon. I know him. He's one of our regulars. Usually friendly, leaves an extra gold piece now and again. He's stationed near the King's Corner Club, but he won't give up that key. That's between you and him. I'll have no part in that. I'm no criminal, despite how all this looks. Well, there might be a way. There was a merchant here earlier. Smelled like fermented achater cheese that was left out in the sun. But he was awfully friendly with the soldiers. Maybe a little too friendly, if you catch my meaning.
I'm not sure I do, Molza.
To be honest, I was kind of busy trying to not get arrested at the time. Wait a moment. Yes, I know! He said something about the bathhouse before he left. Anyway, I hope that's where he went. He'll need to soak for hours to get rid of that smell.
Do I want to see the bathhouse or go and try and swipe a key?
Buying and selling.
Ah, there you are. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. I was hoping you'd come by. Made sure to wear my favorite fragrance so that the innkeeper's daughter would notice me. She's a feisty one. She should come and soak with me sometime. Do her a world of good, it would.
This dude put on cologne because he knew I was coming by.
I'm awfully friendly with everybody. Anything else is bad business. Now, Since you did a good turn for me and didn't report me to the authorities, I thought I'd do a good turn for you. A person in my line of business, well, we hear things. Secret things. Dangerous things. Things concerning clan chiefs and fanatics with a little too much holiness in their hair. You need to get into the inn. I can get you into the inn. Tit for tat, as the Britons say. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, and I don't want to know. But I don't like those new soldiers. There's something not right about them. By giving you this key, my friend, you'd be surprised at how much you can accomplish by slipping some gold into a purse. Even a soldier's purse. So go help your friends. With this, I consider my debt to you paid in full.
Fair enough. What is that?
You lead, and I'll follow.
Won't you take pity on me?
Let's see. Someone can tell us what happened. I hate not knowing what's going on.
Wrong turn. It's annoying. That's annoying.
Lend a helping hand.
Oh, that's dumb.
You're a little late. They just left me here to die. I was running messages for the cute wood elf and the grumpy orc. When I returned, the soldiers rushed in, stabbed me. They never saw it coming. The soldiers grabbed the orc chief and the elf, took them away by the order of the king. I guess I was just in the way.
If I can raise a little gold, I'm on the next caravan out. To oblivion with this place.
Ready when you are.
Ah, my favorite problem handler has returned. Have you come to see what you accomplished? Thanks to you, the clan chiefs have gathered to hear what I have to say. This is going to be a moot that all of Wrothgar won't soon forget. That sounds serious, but this is a time for celebration. The next age of the Orsimer people begins today. You dare to question my actions? To imply that I don't have the best interests of my people in mind? If you must know, we received word of the location of the traitors. I send my soldiers to capture them for interrogation. What? How dare you spread such false accusations? Has Bosrog filled your head with more of his Malakath lies? I won't hear such things. Not on the verge of my greatest victory. More questions? You're beginning to try my patience. But let's not talk about such matters in front of the clan chiefs. Meet me down in the dining hall and we can continue this discussion in private. Let's continue this.
I hear the footsteps of an outsider. Ah, outsider. You never cease to surprise me. I suppose your recent adventures were somewhat trying. Of course, sticking your tusks where they don't belong usually leads to trouble, doesn't it? So proud, so sure, so certain that you do the right thing. But you defy the will of Trinimac and try to stop the inevitable by warning my son. In short, you have begun to annoy me. The Vashrak do exactly what they've been ordered to do. They will eliminate every obstacle that threatens my son. It's time to remove the clan chiefs so that Orsimer unification can begin. This is about survival. Surely you can understand that. No. We're done here. You think you know so much, but you're just grasping at straws. The plan proceeds, and you can't stop it. The Orsimer will rally as one under the banner of King Kurog. I have foreseen it. Let it be known, the outsider who stands before us has betrayed our great city. For your actions, I condemn you and your allies to death. A sentence you shall execute by your own hand. May Trinimac guide your blade.
That's not good.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. But what I do for the good of the Orsimer people.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill that king. And his shield wife as well.
Awake? Good. It's about time. I would have been disappointed if you died after I dragged you down here. You learn a lot about healing when you're King Kurog's shield wife. Looks like my skills apply to outsiders as well. But we've wasted enough time. You need to get moving. I admit I never trusted you. But you've helped our people. You deserve better than to fall to the Forge Mother. I dragged you back here before the Vashrak arrived, healed you as best I could. Now get out of here before the soldiers find you. My beloved does what he must to unite our people. You know this is true. You've seen it. The clan chiefs refuse to listen. If Kurog fails, the Orsimer will never be anything more than the abused and scorned wretches the other races imagine us to be. The chiefs have already headed to the Moot, and Vashrak guard the keep. If you want to survive, you have to leave now. I don't want to fight you, but if you decide to go after the king, well, I am sworn to protect my beloved. I expected you'd say that. Take this. It will open the cells in the dungeon below the keep. Just take your friends far from this place, and let my beloved finish his mission to elevate our people. My beloved believes that this is the only way to accomplish his dream. As his shield wife, I will support him, just as I always have. No, he hoped that the chiefs would come to believe in his vision, to see the future he imagined just as he did. He never wanted it to come to this. But a king must always do the right thing for his people. Why would they do that? They'll see a king who fought the fanatical Vashrak, who tried desperately to save the chiefs against overwhelming odds. When the dust clears, they will love him and stand united beneath his banner for all the world to see. Kurog is my beloved, and I swore an oath to support and protect him. Besides, I believe in the king's dream. I believe in a united Orsimer nation. It's the best way for us to take our place as equals among the other races. Oh, the clan chiefs are far from innocent, and their deaths will serve a higher purpose. They represent a worthy sacrifice. Now, take your friends and go. This isn't your concern any longer. Let my beloved finish what he began. Please.
Might have to kill her too.
Oh, cute. You think you'll win? serve them.
Jesus. 1 second.
That's it?
have to stop meeting like this. Maybe next time I could rescue you. What do you say? What in Malakath's name is Kurog up to, I wonder? This is brash, even for him. You better not be pulling my tusk, outsider. I've known Kurog for a long time. We may disagree on certain issues, but he's always had the best interests of our people in mind. This makes no sense. Then there isn't any time to waste. Give me the key and head for the throne room. There's a passage in there that will lead you directly to the moot. I'll get Everlee to safety and try to gather some additional help. There are still some people here in the city that I can count on. Now do whatever you have to and get to the moot. If we run into any problems, find me outside the keep and we'll figure something out.
I wish you had listened to me, but I expected you to come here.
My beloved
I'm sorry, Tamriel. Aid me!
Feeling I'd find you here. Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? Damn it. Most of my contacts have gone deep into hiding, and we're no closer to saving the chiefs than we were when I scraped you up off the floor of the keep. Let me see that. You can get to the moot through the temple. I had no idea that path even existed. But they sent soldiers after Solgra, that's bad. We need a new plan, and we need it now. You go ahead to the temple and check on the High Priestess. Everlee and I have one more place where we can look for some help. If we're successful, it might make the path to the moot slightly less complicated. I'm well aware of that. I'm counting on the start of the moot to keep them distracted. But we won't take any unnecessary chances. We need Solgra alive to tell her side of the story. Then we can get to the moot and save the chiefs. You've done more for me and my people than I could have ever expected. I appreciate that. It shows you have honor. Now get to the temple and make sure the High Priestess is all right. We need her alive. The temple, besieged by weapon-wielding fanatics twice in the same season. It's insane. Kurog has set this avalanche in motion. Now it's up to us to try to stop it. I know you will. I've seen you in action. I have a feeling that the fate of Wrothgar depends on what we do next. Our actions, whether we succeed or fail, will determine the future of Orsinium and the Orc people. How could it not? The temple, the moot. Those are the fires that will test our mettle. We'll either come out stronger or be consumed in the flames. Now go help Solgra.
Let's get out of here!
The orcs smell, the Nords are rude, and the Britons...
that wound! Quick!
Calm down, my brothers and sisters. We're in no condition to chase after anyone. King's soldiers want to talk to Solra. It must be for a good reason. We need to stay out of their way. This isn't a good time to visit the temple. We have a bit of a situation. I humbly suggest that you come back later. If this is about that incident with the fanatics, you should take it up with the king. In these difficult times, misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control and lead to situations we'd all rather avoid. But, oh, very well. When the king's soldiers banged on the door, she ran up the stairs and outside. The soldiers knocked us aside and chased after her. I don't know what Solgra did, but she's clearly made someone very angry. Not a word. She appeared to be as surprised as we were when the soldiers barged in. Normally, Solgra is so proper. If the soldiers hadn't had their weapons drawn, I'm sure she would have gone with him quietly.
I will read from the Book of Trinimac. Orsium, hear his words.
Don't think I'm going to make it.
There she is! Don't let the traitor get away!
Tell the king I'll play no part in his political games. What in Trinimac? Me. They acted like I'd done something horrible. I didn't want to show it, but I was frightened for my life. I'm just glad you arrived when you did. Wrothgar? I don't understand. But no, they didn't hurt me. Not for lack of trying, though. So tell me, what kind of trouble are we in now? What a ridiculous notion. Trinimac promotes unity and civilization, not anarchy and violence like those Wrothgar fanatics claim. Dare I ask? Tell me, who do we have to thank for this terrible situation? We can't allow that to happen. But why have you come to help me? The clan chiefs are more important. You should be at the moot, doing whatever you can to foil the king's dastardly plan. There's a path to the moot through the temple. Perhaps via the old tunnels. Yes, that must be the way. Here, take this key. It opens the library. If there really are old tunnels under the temple, the way to access them is probably in there.
There she is! My arrow will
Behind
find
you!
its mark.
On the ledges! More salt! Quick, let's get... Aha!
High Priestess, no!
She's down! Make sure none of her allies survive!
Get the assassin! I'll take Solgra back to the temple. Go!
Stop them! Don't let the traitors get past you! I surrender! I surrender! You killed some of our best soldiers. I know when I'm outmatched. I have my orders. Don't you know that High Priestess Solgra is a criminal, an enemy of the Orsimer? She's the leader of the Vashrak. You should thank me for what I've done. How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple soldier. I'm not a cultist in disguise. And even if I were, you can't prove a thing. Do with me as you will, outsider. I serve a higher cause. Trinimac will reward my service.
They were soldiers. Trying to stop them would have only put us all in danger.
You could have done something. You're cowards. All of you.
Emily, enough. Solgra's gone. Priest's getting killed.
I should have been here to save her.
Her death was quick, if that makes you feel any better. What in Malakath's name happened out there? Solgra didn't deserve this fate, As much as I disagreed with her, she was a good person, a caring person. Kurog has gone too far this time. He has to be stopped. Did Solgra know about the tunnels beneath the temple? Was she able to tell you how we can reach the moot before more people die? This isn't going to be like swimming in mud with the Argonians. We're talking about defying the king. At best, we'll be branded as Kingslayers. At worst, we'll be dead. This isn't your fight. Not really. Are you still ready to go through with this? Then we take the fight to Kurog and Alga. If they refuse to give up their mad plans, then we fight on until one side or the other has been defeated. Kurog's reign ends today. So swears Basrog of Clan Faran. So swears Basrog of the Orsimer. May Trinimac take you to your final reward, High Priestess.
Chief Basrog, I thought you were a firm believer in Malakath.
There is no place for a gentle soul in the Ashen Forge, priest. So why not let Trinimac have her?
Goodbye, my friend. I'm going to miss you. I guess I've got one more battle in me. For Solgra, right? Damn, I hate how this turned out.
Mess. We'll never find anything in here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage.
I'll check over here.
You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts are all over the place. Start searching. We've got to find a way into the tunnels. Look everywhere. It'll probably be something odd or out of place, like those switches over there. But this is a library. Maybe one of these dusty old tomes can help. There's bound to be a book that talks about the construction of the temple in here. found it. I guess we're climbing down that hole.
I knew you could do it. Now let's go stop the king.
That gate doesn't appear to be locked. Go on. Right behind you.
Silence, chiefs! Your constant bickering has plagued our people for long enough.
Kurog's belittling the
You
chiefs. They
isolate
won't
yourself
stand
in
it.
your own stronghold, perpetuating our selfish nature. We must change who and what we are.
Kurog's got a point. We're still going to kill the bastards, right?
I tried to appeal to you as equals, but you refused to listen. I go...
The king cares for our people, and all you do is break his heart.
Wonderful. The murderous king and his lunatic mother. This will be interesting. Light it up! We're getting close. Be ready for anything.
Sounds like the time I walked in on an Imga courting ritual.
We need to move faster. Kurog's about to start slaughtering the chiefs.
An honest to...
Once we get inside, find Kurog and take him down. We need to save as many chiefs as we can. There's still time if we move fast. We need to open this gate.
There's no lever. We must have shut it from the other side.
Stand aside and let me work. Get ready to get those people out of there.
You leave me no choice. Archers! Eliminate the clan chiefs!
We've been betrayed. Defend yourselves!
Now the last guest has arrived. I'm gonna make you pay for your disloyalty. Keep those Wrothgar as impressive as always, but it doesn't matter. My soldiers are already
Hurry!
moving to block the
This
tunnel.
gate is heavier than it looks.
I'm gonna deal with you personally. Bow before the king of the Orcivar! Your death will be quick if you stand still!
my son.
Mother! No! I demand a blood price for my mother's death. You murdered my mother! Mother, grant me your power. May the fires of your forge engulf the traitors. Lion of fire!
Felt like a victory to me. I don't like that guy.
You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill I've ever seen. I just wish we weren't forced to become kingslayers. Kurog and his mother are dead, but look at the price he made us pay. The murdered chiefs, but they're just the tip of Malakath's tusk. More orcs will die as they fight to take control of their clans, all the while ignoring the approach of winter and the coming starvation. I've seen enough death for 2 lifetimes. You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill You fought the murdered... No. How could it not? Please. May your path to the Ashen Forge be lit with the braziers of courage. My one-time blade brother.
Clans. You earn their respect by what you did in there. The clans. You earn their respect by what you did in there. Follow me. I can lead you back to the keep. The path should be safe enough now. Just stay close and follow me.
You're just in time. We've finished clearing out the Vashrock, and the remaining chiefs are waiting for me to address them. But word of Kurog's death is spreading through the city like wildfire. I don't know how the people will react to the news. Not completely. I'm sure there are still pockets of deluded cultists hiding throughout the countryside. We'll deal with them eventually. Right now, I need to figure out what to do with the clans that lost their chiefs. And with this damnable city. Kurog dreamed of a united Orcimer nation. Of all Orc clans standing shoulder to shoulder as equals with the other races. Despite everything that happened, I think he's going to get his wish. It will all become clear in time. Right now, I need to talk to the chiefs. Figure out how we're going to stabilize the clans without the need for more death and destruction. If you're up to it, I have one more favor to ask of you.
But only one.
You came to Wrothgar to help Kurog unite our people and rebuild this great city. Despite how we got here, you accomplished everything the king asked of you. Now I have a request. If you're willing to provide one more service to the orcs. This last favor is of a more personal nature. I want to give Kurog a proper funeral, to honor him for the warrior and leader he was, and not the crazed despot he turned out to be. I do. Kurog was my friend once, and he was a great orc before his ambition got the better of him. Besides, the people need to know the whole truth, the good as well as the bad. A traditional orc requiem is just what we need to get past this. Take these notes and deliver them. Everyone should be somewhere in the city. Make them listen to you. Get them to attend Kurog's funeral. Meanwhile, I'll make sure everything is prepared for the ceremony. On your way back, after you've delivered the letters, stop by the King's Corner Club. Speak to the barkeep, and get a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. It's foul stuff, but he loved it. We'll use it to drink to his memory at the service.
What was I thinking coming here? I never thought that
Tusk off. I've got no time for beggars or dishonest traders, and I'm in the mood to throw someone into the river. So walk away before we find out if you can swim. Oh, really? I was certain the old bastard had forgotten his battle companions. In our day, we cut a bloody path across elsewhere in High Rock. But why'd Bosrog send you, I wonder? A letter? For me? My companion should be along at any moment. Wait until he finds out Bosrog is a chief now. A chief with his own private messenger. He'll plop a brick.
Hope you're not giving that poor messenger a hard time.
Seriously.
Come here, Kruger!
I never knew the orcs were capable of building such wonders.
I'm glad to see that life still courses through your body. I'd be extremely out of sorts if you turned up dead. And I heard what happened. You have my thanks for keeping Chief Bosrog safe. I'd be even more upset if my husband had died. Not everyone has the luxury to run off on an adventure whenever the mood takes them. I had the foreign survivors to deal with. They had to be gathered up and given shelter after the attack on our stronghold. A letter? How intriguing. What does it say? My husband plans to...
This.
I'm glad you're here. Saves me the trouble of finding you. Before I return to the Somerset Isles, I want to thank you for not killing me back at the Wrothgar Temple. I appreciate that. I think I would have found death to be very boring. The High Priestess was an inspiration. Her legacy will live on, in our memories and in the memories of everyone in Orsinium. As hard as it is to accept, the simple truth is that you can't save everyone. You just have to try. What's this? A funeral? And I'm invited? Splendid! That will give me a chance to say my farewells to everyone all at the same time. Still, A funeral for that mad despot. I hope Chief Buzzrug knows what he's doing.
By all the snot.
Hard time, Bizra. I hope Bizra. Let me see that. Interesting. I don't know Chief.
I'm going to miss this place. The temple has become a more somber place since the death of the High Priestess. Solgra was a good woman. She cared about our people, and hoped to spread Trinamac's word. I know she also considered you to be her friend. The temple is going to be rededicated to Malakath now that King Kurog and the Forge Mother are gone. It's a shame, but I can't blame the clan chiefs. Not after what the Vashrak did. What's this? A funeral? For Kurog? I'd be honored to represent Solgra and the temple at this solemn event. Not because I have any love for the Mad King, but because I see Bosrog's wisdom. The city needs to heal. I'll do what I can to help with that.
The High Priestess used to study here. Read her books, write her sermons. Now she's gone, and it feels like I've got a hole the size of Eldenroot right in the middle of my chest. Damn right. We won, but the High Priestess died. That's awful, and it makes me so angry. It just isn't fair. But you obviously came here for another reason. Sorry I got so emotional. What's up? A letter? Isn't that how all this trouble started in the first place? But I guess I might as well see this through to the end. And you'll be there, right? Me and you, once more into the breach. Hopefully without anyone trying to kill us this time.
I don't think you should be here. I don't want any more trouble. I heard the king was dead, and I'm sure you had something to do with it, so leave us out of it. No, I don't want anything. Not from you, not from Chief Bosrog. I just want me and my father to be left alone. You just won't take no for an answer. Oh, all right, let me see that. A funeral? For the king? And the chief wants me to attend? I'd be honored. I wonder if I have time to get a nice dress.
No sad faces. Not in here. This was Kurog's happy place, and that's how it's going to stay. To Kurog, to Orsinium, may the city always remember the kind and gentle king who cared for his people. Everything else? That was his mother's fault. A funeral? No one tells me anything. I came to this wretched land because of Kurog. He set me up with this tavern, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. You want the ale? Let's make a deal. I'll give you a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. I'll give you a whole damn barrel of the stuff. But only if you let me attend his funeral. I want to honor him, say goodbye. Let me do that, and I'll make sure you have plenty of the ale he loved. Thank you. I'll have the ale delivered to the keep. And I'll see you at the funeral. It'll be one last party for the king.
Those guys were saluting me. I like that.
I'm just sorry I missed all the action. It looks like you could have used another hand or two.
Bum nog and hands. I think it's an obsession.
Thank you for gathering, everyone. It's important that they're all here to see what happens next. We proceed with the funeral. The ceremony is as much about Kurog and the others as it is about the future of the city, of the Orsimer people. Everyone will want to be here for this. Don't worry. I'm not planning anything as audacious as Kurog. Everyone in the city has a choice to make, but it will be peaceful. Nothing will be forced upon them. No more harm will come to the Orsimer. You have my word on that. I can't forget even if I wanted to. But we need to move forward. Now please, we should begin the ceremony. There will be things I ask you to do during the Requiem. Listen to what I say, and act accordingly. Today tests our resolve. We have lost friends, allies, and the one responsible for all this. We've gathered to honor him. Some of you question the wisdom of that, but we need to see the Orsimer in a new light. We need to respect and honor each other. That starts today. Even a good orc can fall prey to ill-conceived notions. We need to bury the past with the king, and look to the future. Outsider, step forward. Your help has been invaluable, and I want you to be a part of this. Please, light the first torch. We ignite these fires to remember Kurog's true goal. Unity for the Orsimer people. Instead, we have clans without chiefs. A city without a king. We will support these people. Guide them. We must look to tomorrow. Outsider, light the second torch. We'll burn away the past. Remember the Kurog who was. Strong, confident. A king who cared about his people. We will carry on that legacy, offering help, but never forcing it upon anyone, much to my regret. The clan chiefs have asked me to take on the mantle of King of the Orsimer. To this request, I have cautiously agreed. We cannot be seen as weak and leaderless to the rest of the world. I shall uphold Kurog's dream, but I will avoid his ambition. We shall stand together as the new Orsinium. Say your farewells, then return to the keep. We must put this darkness behind us and celebrate a new...
A new what?
I'm glad you're here. How long has it been?
Will you return to Black Marsh, my
Too long,
friend?
that's for sure.
Or do you have another
We can't all be
destination in
shield
mind?
wife to a
Thanks
king.
for the offer, but I
I'll go
can't.
wherever the current takes me.
Not after
Your
every...
courage and resilience in the face of adversity do you honor, my friend. If not for you, the clan chiefs and I wouldn't be standing here. And I certainly wouldn't be king. So this is all your fault, isn't it? I haven't been king long enough to form an opinion. I hope the crown isn't as heavy as Kurog made it look. You have a place here with the people of Orsinium, but as much as I'd like you to stay, I know there are others out there who need your help. I need to continue to meet with the clan chiefs and reach out to other influential orcs in the city. We have a government to forge and alliances to foster. There's a lot of work, but I think I finally understand what Kurog was trying to do. And you. Take this. It belonged to Kurog, but you earned it. I hope I can do as much for my people as you did for Orsinium. I will do my best to live up to the faith that you and the clan chiefs have seen in me. Your name will never be forgotten by the Orsimer. We will talk of your deeds for generations to come. Now, we'll find a way for the clans to work together. To fulfill Kurog's original dream of united and strong people. Orsinium will stand forever.
I'd rather be cracking heads.
Pretty cool.
I don't like to talk. I like to drink.
An orc's work is never done.
couldn't stop laughing.
Hey, partner. Let's talk.